Hello. Good evening and welcome. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to tonight. I trust you're all doing great. Well, it's Thursday and it's 8 p.m. and we are live. I'm glad to be here. I hope you are glad to see my face this fine Thursday evening. Thank you so much for always being here. Thank you so much for being here tonight and for always being here. I'm excited at Thursday evenings because I know that I will show up, but I'm even more excited to know that I will show up and you will also show up and we'll do this together. Yes, we're doing this together. So welcome again to tonight. Every Thursday at 8 p.m. like clockwork, we are here, we are live, and we are doing this. And it's my absolute honor and privilege to always catch up with you right here every Thursday at 8 p.m. Well, it's the Advanced Lounge weekly live webinar. Every Thursday, 8 p.m., we are here in the Advanced Weekly Live webinars and we're just on sharing and unpacking the topic of the day. The weekly live webinars are brought to you by the Advanced Lounge community. And the Advanced Lounge is a haven. I like to say it's a haven, it's a community of people who are learning. Very important. It's a community of people who are learning and are growing. Because they are learning, they are growing. And what are they growing into? They are not with height or with size. No, we are learning and growing into more valuable and more superior versions of ourselves. This is what we do in the Advanced Lounge. And so the weekly live webinars are just one expression of the things that we do in the Advanced Lounge. So in the Advanced Lounge, we have resources, we have tools, we have books, we have courses, we have guides, and everything. I mean, everything. What drives us every day is that to be able to help you, to be able to support you on that journey of becoming. So because you see, when we say there you are growing into a more valuable and more superior version of yourself, you must understand that that involves a process. You don't just wake up and then you just appear and you become that more superior and more valuable version of yourself. No, it's a process, it's a journey, and we exist. The Advanced Lounge exists. This is the sole aim, the goal, the objective, the overarching aim and objective of the Advanced Lounge is to provide you with support to help you as you navigate that journey, that process of becoming a more valuable and a more superior version of yourself. And so the weekly live webinars are just one expression of the Advanced Lounge. And in the weekly live webinars, we are showing up on a weekly basis, very consistent and very intentional, understanding that this journey that we are on, we will not just wake up and appear. And like every journey that you go on, I mean, you prepare for a journey. And so in the weekly live webinars, this is our own way of preparing ourselves, of making sure that our toolkit is well furnished with every tool that we need. Because let me tell you, you will need it. There is a day that is coming that you will need the knowledge, you will need the understanding, you will need to get into your toolkit and just bring out something that you need. And what happens is that if you are not prepared, then you get stranded. So we always say that you don't get prepared on the day, you get prepared for the day. Come on now. You don't get prepared on the day, you get prepared for the day. Please let me write in the comment section, I'm preparing for the day. I'm preparing for the day. I think there was a session that we did. I think that was in 2024. And it always rings in my mind. There is a time, an allocated time for you. There is a chronological time, which every day we are going through the chronos, every day. That is the chronological time, like the time that your watch tells you. That's the chronological time. So every day, every week, every month, every day you are showing up, you are doing something, you are preparing yourself. But then there is the opportune time called the Kairos time, the Kairos moment, that God in his justice system will cause those opportune times to come to you once in a while. And those moments, they don't inform you in advance that, oh, an opportunity is coming. No, it just comes, and then it is the most prepared person that is able to grab it. This is the reason why you must prepare for the day. You must prepare for the day. Don't wait until that day. It's not when the opportunity comes, then you go and start, oh, I'm getting ready. No, 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 it won't work. So this is why we show up every Thursday at 8 p.m. Hi, coach. Welcome to class. I see you, Coach Rose. So this is why we prepare for the day. We prepare for the day. We're not waiting until that day. And so the weekly live webinar is where we get to prepare, we get to retool our toolkit, so that on that day we just no hassle. You will not be flustered. You will not even be overwhelmed, because you know that you have prepped, you have prepared yourself. You just go into the toolkit and you get out what you need, and you are fine and good and dandy and on your merry way. So this is why we show up every Thursday. Even when it doesn't look like it, we are preparing for, indeed, there is a day that is coming when all this will be needed. Okay, so tonight we're going to be asking a question. And as usual, I'll give a disclaimer before my class. I'm not here to attack you. I may know you, but I may not know you that well. So I'm not using you to make an example in the class. Some things may come across to you like I know you personally, maybe I don't know you that well. However, these are conversations that must be had. See, there is no other way. We must begin to ask ourselves these hard questions, because when you ask yourself the hard questions, then you force yourself to think of an answer. Don't run away from questions. So when we ask ourselves these hard questions, then we're able to think up an answer. And when we are not able to come up with, then we know that we need to begin to reposition ourselves. So this evening, we're going to be looking at the question: are you living, or you are just existing? Please ask yourself that question in the comment section. Ask yourself, say, am I living, or I'm just existing? And we're going to break it down, because you see the difference between these two words. They are just like words, right? But the difference between these two words is what determines your life. So ask yourself the question, am I living, or I'm just existing? Welcome to class. My name is Tracy Akpera. I'm a personal success coach, and I'm the founder and the anchor of the Advanced Lounge community. And my job, I love my job. My job is to show you the possibilities that exist for you. But not just that, it is to help you to begin to navigate from where you are now to where you ought to be. That gap, that journey, that process, this is where we begin to navigate so that we can get to where you want to be. And so this is what I do. And I'm your regular host for the Advanced Lounge weekly live webinars. And tonight we are on it again. We are looking at the question: are you living, or you are just existing? And this is the hard question that we're going to be looking at, as that we're going to be considering in the next 50 or so minutes. Okay, so it's a question, right? I said it's a question, and it's not a comfortable question. But guess what? It is an honest question. And we need to get to that place where you are honest with yourself. I always say that the worst kind of deception has to be self-deception. You must sustain the courage and the ability to sit yourself down and tell yourself, have an honest conversation with yourself. If you've heard me speak before, you must have heard me say that I normally do that, and I call myself into a meeting. It is Tracy and Co. Limited Liability Company, anything you want to call it. But I call myself into that meeting, and I'm the MD CEO, I'm the CFO, I'm the COO, I'm the everything. I call myself into a meeting, and I have an honest conversation with myself. And so tonight is not about comfort. See, we have allowed ourselves to dwell in comfort for too long, to our detriment. So tonight is not a comfortable question, but it's an honest one. And you're going to have to sit with this question even after tonight. Tonight we're going to be looking at, we're going to be unpacking, and we're going to try to reposition ourselves going forward. But really, ask yourself, are you actually living your life, or you are simply existing inside the life? It is a deep question. Are you actually living your life? And we're going to make the distinction. You will see, we'll unpack it. Are you actually living your life, or you are simply existing inside life? You know how we say inside life, right? So are you just existing inside life? Because the truth is that many people think they are living. Many people think they are living, but tonight we would look at it again. We think we are living because you wake up, you go to work, you handle your responsibilities. You are a wife, you are a mother, you are a father, you are an executive, whatever. You are able to solve problems, you're able to take care of people. And so many times we are assuming that business, how say I'm busy, we assume that activity, it equals living. But activity is not living. Movement doesn't mean there is growth. Movement doesn't mean there is growth. And a case in hand is the person that is on a treadmill. The person is moving. The person is moving, but the person is not going anywhere, because the machine is built for that you are moving, but you are not going. You are not going anywhere. You are not covering any distance. And so movement is not growth. And many of us are just barely getting by. And so this is how we live our lives, barely getting by. Every day is just that. We're just struggling to just go through the day. And we even say it. I say, let me just go through the day. Let this day just end. We're just going through the day, and we're just trying our best to survive. And we're just existing. And existing is what happens when it is just it is the same old, same old. Every day is the same. And it will shock you at how many of us are living life this way. Every day is the same. There is nothing different. We are on a routine that just becomes like rinse, repeat. You go again, we do it the same thing we do, and then weeks pass, months pass, years pass. Then it's 5 years, then it's 10 years, and then there is nothing different, no growth, no movement, no nothing. Living is what happens when your life becomes a direction you pursue. So I'm going to ask you, where are you headed? Please write in the comment section. Where are you going? Your life. Where are you going? You see, living is what happens when your life becomes a direction that you pursue. You are not just everywhere. Too many of us, we are just everywhere, and this one comes, we go, that one happens, we are everywhere. There is no direction, there is no structure whatsoever to what you're doing. There is just, let's take each day as it comes. And when you take each day as it comes, then that's just it. Every day turns into a week, and then it's just that you are basically taking each year as it comes. And the person who is living and the person who is existing, the difference will begin to show with time. And the most dangerous thing about just existing is that you can exist for years without realizing it. And so I'm hoping that tonight is going to be a wake-up call for somebody. Tonight is going to be a wake-up call that you are going to it's going to shake you to get up and begin to look again, assess yourself again, and say, what can I do differently, and begin to do it differently. Because you can actually exist for years without realizing it. It's just everything is normal. Everything looks normal on the outside. To everybody else, they may even assess you as you are doing excellently, but you know that internally something is missing. You are missing energy, you are missing meaning, you are missing growth, you are missing possibilities. And I always say that the possibilities that are available to you, they are limitless, they are endless. Like, there is so much you can do. In fact, where you are now is not all that there is to you. Who you are now, as you're hearing me talk to you, is not all that there is to you. What you have now is not all that there is to you. This is why I firmly believe that there is more. Please help me write in the comment section. There is more. Just write it. There is more. Write in the comment section. There is more. Listen, you can be, you can do, you can have so much more. But tonight, this is where we're going to start from. We are going to have to confront a question that many people avoid asking themselves. Are you truly living? Or are you settled? Are you slowly settling inside, existing inside this life that we are? You are just existing. I hope you are ready for tonight. We're about to get started. I hope you are ready. Please let me write in the comment section. I'm ready, coach. Let's go. I'm ready. I'm catching fire. I'm catching fire already. Okay. So are you living, or you're just existing? We must never ever confuse the terms. We must never ever confuse the terms, because they are words, but they mean, their meaning is worlds apart. Existing means you are living on autopilot. You are driven by routine, by responsibility. How we all have responsibilities. We are struggling to live up to our responsibility, and the person existing is driven by survival rather than growth and intention. So existing basically means living on autopilot. The person is driven by routine, by responsibility and survival rather than by growth and intention. Anybody who is just going, and I always use this analogy. You are like a ship at sea, that there is nobody trying to give direction, and so the ship that is at sea is just being moved by the waves. Anything, any way the water carries that ship, any way it goes. And that's just existing. So if you look at the vast ocean or sea or whatever, and then you see a boat or you see a ship, and there is nobody inside it, the water will carry it somewhere. It will not be in one place. So the water will carry it somewhere. You see, if there is no intention, if there is no intentionality, if there is no deliberate attempt, deliberate support for growth, then you will find that such a person is just existing, and the person will keep going, but will arrive at anywhere because there was no intention. However, to contrast it, living means pursuing growth, pursuing meaning, pursuing progress. How? With awareness and direction. Remember how I asked you, I say, where is your life going? Where are you going? In the next 2 years or 3 years or 5 years, where is your life going? This is very, very, very important. And why does this conversation matter? This conversation is very, very important because the tragedy, the consequence, the disadvantage of existing is not suffering. Hmm. The disadvantage of just existing, just being, sometimes they call them jolly good fellow, or nothing, just you're just going. There is a downside, there is a disadvantage. It's not suffering, is that it's wasted potential. Please let me write in the comment section, wasted potential, because you see inside of you there is a huge potential. Inside of you, there is a reservoir of potential. When I say that you can do and you can be and you can have so much more, I'm not talking about somebody who will come and bless you. Hey, somebody can bless you. Let's don't get it twisted. But when I say that there you can be, you can do, you can have so much more than where you are now, I'm not talking about something will just happen when you win the lottery. No, I'm saying that there is something inside of you that needs to necessarily need you need to bring it out. And if that thing inside of you, you have not brought it out, does not manifested. I always say there's a Bible verse that I love that says that the world, the whole world, in fact, some of the translations say the whole world is waiting earnestly for your manifestation. Please write in the comment section, my manifestation. It's not another person's manifestation. It's not your child's manifestation. It's not your husband or your wife's own. It's not your mother, your siblings. The whole world. Yes, like the 8 billion, I mean, 7 billion people in the world, they are waiting for you. They are waiting for you to arrive. Why are you not arriving? And so when you are not arriving, when you are not manifesting, when you are not coming through, you are cheating the world. You are robbing us of the thing that God put inside of you to give us in this world. And that is the tragedy. That is the real tragedy of existing. That is the real tragedy of existing, that you are wasting potential. Please let me write in the comment section, and make it a commitment. You can write it in capital letters. I will not waste my potential. Please let me, I want to see it in the comments. Write in the comments, say, I will not waste my potential. You must make up your mind. You must determine. Because let me tell you, nobody is going to come and do it for you. And you must have heard me say before that nobody is coming to save you. See, make peace. Make peace with it. In this world as we are like this, I know that you have many people that love you, but nobody can love you like you. You must wake up and make sure that, and tell yourself that if it is to be, it is up to me, and then you get to work. I will not waste my potential. I will not waste my potential. I see you guys in the comments, because you see the problem. The issue with this, with existing, is that years will pass by. Nothing dramatic will happen, or it will not be like, oh, Tracy, you are not living out your potential, then the world will just turn upside down. No. Life will just be going quietly. Nothing dramatic may happen. But deep down, nothing extraordinary happens, and also. So you are just in that horrible in between. That's horrible in between. That's mediocrity. That's where you'll be. So for the person who is just existing, nothing dramatic may happen, nothing evil may happen, but nothing extraordinary happens also. So you are just stuck in the horrible in between. Please let me write in the comment section, I will not be found in that in between, that mediocrity, that place, that middle, that horrible middle where people say, I may not be the best, but I'm not the worst. What stop you from being the best? What stop you from being up there? So we say all these things and we give ourselves an excuse. I think it was today I made a post. I said we are giving ourselves excuses. Was it today or yesterday? I can't remember. We give ourselves excuses. It was yesterday. We give ourselves excuses. You just tell yourself that it's not that bad. At least I'm better than I'm better than my classmates. I'm better than my siblings. I'm better than my neighbors. I'm better than this one. But you are not. There's nothing extra. There's nothing extra. It's my coach friend that always says we do extra. You must be ready, because there's nothing amazing about the life in between. You are not here and you're not there. Even the Bible says, Jesus Christ said that you are not hot, you are not cold. I'll spew you out, I'll throw you out. What are you good for? We must aspire. We must ensure that we are not just existing. There is nothing exciting about existing. There is nothing exciting. We must ensure that we are expanding, because there is something inside you. I say that you will not waste your potential. God is an investor. He put something inside of you, and that thing he put inside of you is not for you to go and dig it and put it somewhere. It is that you are supposed to bring it out and do business with it. Are you doing business with it? You must bring it out, that potential. There is something inside of you. You must bring it out and do business with it. This is God's expectation. He put something inside of you. See, you didn't just come to this world empty. Please let me write in the comment section, I didn't come empty. You didn't come empty. I was thinking about this thing. One day I was taking a walk. I love to take walks, and I think it just clears my mind, and I get my best ideas when I'm taking a walk. So when I was taking a walk, I was like, but if everybody has something, how will the world be? Like, everybody has something to offer the world. Would it be too much? And I don't know. My mind just came to my mind that what do you think was trade by barter? In the olden days when people were trading, there was no money, there was no universally accepted currency. So people would trade by barter. You are a personal success coach. I am selling this. Why can't we trade by barter? So that means that everybody has something to offer. Hey, have you written in the comment section? Right, I didn't come empty. And I didn't come here to come and look at other people either. There is something that I carry. Are you hearing me? There is something that you carry, and the world needs it. The world, that thing that you carry is not for your bedroom. If it was, the Bible will not say that the world is waiting earnestly. Oh, Do you know when I picture that Bible verse, I feel as if, you know how you are so expectant that you hold your breath, like you are holding your breath. When I think about that scripture that says that the world is waiting for my manifestation, I picture it that the world is holding its breath. They are waiting. Tracy, you are wasting time. What are you doing? And I'm asking you the same thing. The world is waiting for your manifestation. You can't, you can't afford to be existing when you should be living. Oh my God, time. So the difference between living and existing, I said, I've already mentioned, existing focuses on survival, on comfort, on routine, on avoiding risk. Somebody said, and I agree, they said, not every risk taker will succeed, but everyone that succeeds must take risk. So living focuses on growth. Excuse me. Living focuses on growth, it focuses on purpose, it focuses on progress and contribution. So these are the main differences between existing and living. So we want to transit from that place where we are so focused on survival. We're so focused, we want comfort. We want so much we don't want anything that will we don't want anything that will cause us any form of discomfort. Today I heard a quote by Apostle Joshua Selman, and he said that there are certain dimensions of the glory of God that you can never experience if your life is all about comfort and convenience. You don't want to step out. You don't want anything to do you. I understand. This is why I'm passionate about the things that I teach. I get you absolutely. For years, I was that person. I was deep in the blanket of comfort. I didn't want anything, like nothing, to touch my comfort. I loved it. But you know what? I trapped myself for years. And so when I heard Apostle Seman say that, I could relate. I understood what he was talking about. That there are certain dimensions of God's glory that you can never experience if your life is all about comfort and convenience. So we must move. Please let me write in the comment section. We must move towards growth. And this is what living is all about. You are moving towards growth, towards purpose, towards progress, towards contribution. What does contribution mean? What are you contributing to this world? Many of us are taking from the world, but we are not giving anything. What are you giving? What are you giving? And by giving, I don't mean that you go to your job and you work from what time to what time. What are you giving to your world? What are you giving to your world? We must begin to move from existing to focus on living. So what are signs that you are existing instead of living? And we're going to quickly look at the 5 E's of existing. 5 E's. I did it so that you will be it will be memorable, so that you can easily remember what you learned this evening. So what are the 5 E's of existing? Exhaustion. Existing drains your energy. Remember, I said the person that's existing, there is no energy, there's no fire in your belly. Yeah, there's no fire in your belly. Existing drains energy. Life feels like something that you have to endure instead of having to experience. So every time that person is fatigued, there's emotional numbness, the person is just low on energy, there's no enthusiasm, there's no energy. So exhaustion, that is 1 E of existing. And as we are speaking, you want to begin to assess yourself. Okay, how is this? Am I existing? Am I living? And then we're going to try to begin to make that move towards real living. And the next E of existing is escape. This one is a big one. People who are existing are looking for constant distraction every time. Now we are even overstimulated. Many times, if you can even check yourself with this. Sometimes you are watching a movie and you are pressing phone. We are at an all-time high level of distraction. So when you are always looking for that distraction. You're always looking for that distraction. Know that there is something that you are trying to escape. So endless scrolling, entertainment. Hey, these things, as in, I said, if you've heard me speak before, you will know that this was a story of my life. I tell you that I work a very, very demanding job, and the way I was addicted to entertainment, as in, I would watch series. I can watch and sleep at 3 a.m. and I'm awake at 6 going to work. And many of us are escaping. I didn't know it was something escaping. We are escaping. We are existing, and of avoiding reflection as well. So distraction becomes like a medicine. Becomes like a medicine. We're trying to distract ourselves so that we don't have to confront the real issues. The next E of existing is excuses. Excuses. This one, hey, this table is a very, very strong table, but we would have to dismantle the table of excuses. Is one thing, one characteristic. This is how you know. Always giving excuses. Listen to me. We will always have excuses. There's no doubt. And let me tell you, the worst is that your excuses are valid. You see, ba? Your excuses are valid. If you look for excuse, I'm telling you, you will find the excuse, and they will be real and valid. They will be genuine excuses. But guess what? Your excuses don't produce results. Write it in the comment section. Excuses don't produce results. That is one thing you must know. Your excuses, they don't produce results. Your excuses don't produce, and we have so many excuses, you know. And because many people are just existing, we use excuses to replace responsibility. We justify. I was having a conversation with somebody, and the person was supposed to just, okay, you did something, give an apology and move. The person was using big, big English. I said, you are justifying. Give an apology. This thing you did is not good. Even if from now till tomorrow you justify it that, oh, it was because, but what the matter on ground is on ground. So many times we are replacing responsibility. We are justifying rubbish, justifying nonsense. Excuse my French. So excuses, one characteristic of a person who is actually existing. And there are many excuses that you can give. That's how just life is. I'm too old, I can't do it anymore. These things, they can't change. Oh, you want to come and change it? No, this is how we have always done it. And then we give excuses. It never works. I've tried it before. Somebody tried it like this. We have excuses. That year I tried it, didn't work. Please drop the excuses. Please let me write in the comment section. Write your name and say drop the excuses. Write your name. Tell yourself, Tracy, drop the excuses. Tell yourself, write your own name and say drop the excuses. Excuses are not doing us. They are not doing us any good. They are holding us back. We are looking at the 5 E's. 5 E's of existing. We've spoken about exhaustion. We've spoken about escape. Excuses now. That's the third one. The next thing is your environment. Your environment is very, 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 very important. Many of us are staying in environments that suppress growth. And wait, before you think it, environment is not only your physical. Environment is social. Your environment is digital. Your environment, yes, is physical as well. But everything put together, what kind of environment are you in? What kind of people do you have around you? On social media, where are you going? There are different parts of the social media. There are different parts of the social media. Oh. Yes, you may be on Facebook, you're on YouTube, you are listening to me. It's social media, but where are you? Now you are in this class. But after now, where do you find yourself? Who are you listening to? Who do you have around you? Is very, very important. When we stay in environments that suppress growth, that don't allow us to move, so there are relationships, even in your mind. your mind is an environment. Because what are you producing from your mind? What is in your mind? Around you, your physical environment, your social environment, the people around you, your digital environment is very, very, very important. And when you do an analysis of a person's environment, it is easy to know that they are existing or they are living, because you find out that you are not growing. And you are not growing because I think it was Miles Monroe that said it. I heard it from him first, that you if you have four foolish people around you or five foolish people around you, you are the sixth. You are the sixth foolish person. If you have five broke people around you, you are the sixth broke person. You are you are a result of your environment. So your environment is very key. Is very, very key. The last E of existing is emptiness. And this is the deepest signal. Emptiness. Emptiness. On the outside, everything looks fine. I know what I'm talking about. Please, I'm not telling you what I don't know. I knew from the outside, my life, everything was on the outside was good. In fact, I was the picture perfect. Everything was check, check, check. But inside, I knew this is the deepest signal of of a person who is existing. Because inside, when you are alone, away from the paparazzi, something feels missing. It is not like pain, it's not like you are in pain, but there is an absence of meaning. And this is the deepest signal of a person just existing and not living. So we've looked at five E's of existing. We've said exhaustion, we've said escape, we've said excuses, we've said environment, and then emptiness. So how do people now drift into existing? Let me tell you, the reality is that nobody wakes up and tells themselves, okay, I've come to this world to exist. No, that's not what happens. Nobody plans to just exist. But guess what? It happens slowly. It happens through your everyday choices. It happens through your everyday decisions. It happens when you are afraid of stepping out, of taking risk. It happens when you are addicted to comfort. It happens because you lack a sense of direction. Existing is rarely a decision. It is not a decision. Usually, it is that you are drifting. And remember my example of the ship that is at sea. When there is no direction, when there is nobody in that ship giving it direction or steering it to a particular direction that it should go, do you know what's happening? That ship will continue to drift. And unfortunately, this is where a lot of us have found ourselves. We are drifting because there is no structure, there is no direction. It's the same old. So where is your life going? Where are you going? And when I say going, I don't mean you are traveling. I mean, where is the ultimate destination of your life? Where are you headed to? This will enable you to stop drifting, because nobody wakes up and says, I want to start existing. But somehow we find ourselves over time. And remember, we said that nothing catastrophic needs to happen for you to begin to exist. No, it just a quiet every day, every day into weeks, into months, and it's just a drifting into that pattern that takes you into the place of just existing. But there is a high cost. Remember, I mentioned at the start of the class, there is a high cost to just existing. Because existing, it is not like you are in pain. It's not like you are in physical pain or you are suffering. You may even call yourself successful. You may even be getting promotions every year. You may even have money in your bank account. But there is something. Remember, if you go back to the definition of existing or living, if you go back to that definition, you will find out that living is beyond the normal things that we do. It is beyond the everyday thing. It is beyond the things that you do just wake up, come and no. Living is about being intentional about your growth, about your purpose, about progress, about you, the contribution that you are bringing into this world. Somebody I know, he said this thing, it sounded pretty harsh. He says, if you have nothing to contribute to this world, you should not be in this world. Think about it. Many of us are just taking from the contributions of others. What are you putting inside? What are you putting inside? It is very important that we must have these conversations, and we must stop the drift. Stop the drift. Stop drifting. Write in the comment section. Stop drifting. There is a high cost to drifting. That existing, it quietly steals your years. Before you know what's happening, 1 year has turned into 2, into 5, into 10. I was talking to a very high level executive in an organization, and she was just telling me how you see how we are here like this. That's how, just 5 years we just turned into 10, into 20, into 30, and you just ask yourself, where am I going? So you just stay existing, doing all the normal things, all the normal things, but you know that deep down, and let me tell you, you may be meeting your obligations. Hey, God, this is deep stuff. This is deep stuff. You may be meeting all your obligations, but you know inside, you know inside, you know inside that there is a gap. There is something huge that is missing. And existing is stealing your years, is stealing your potential, is stealing your opportunities. Remember, I said that, hey, at the beginning, if you are here at the beginning, you heard me. I said there are opportune moments that are coming. They are the Kairos moments. Those are the moments that God, in his justice system, will ensure that those opportunities come to you once in a while. Your responsibility is to prepare to grab them. But because you are just existing, you are just a jolly good fellow going on a jolly good way, you have not prepared. So the opportunities come and they pass. They come and they pass. And so existing is stealing not only those opportunities, it's also stealing your ability to have impact, to impact your world. And let me tell you, time passes by anyway. Time will continue to pass. Just yesterday, oh, it was Happy New Year. You won't believe. Today is 12th of March. Today is 12th of March. Time is passing. The question is whether that time will build you or drain you. Time is passing. What are you using this time for? Please let me ask yourself in the comment section. What am I using this time for? It is time, and I said that this is what we're confronting ourselves and having an honest conversation. Have an honest conversation. Open yourself up. Be vulnerable to your own self and have an honest conversation. It is very, 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 very important. What am I doing with this time? So quickly, what does living actually look like? First of all, living is not perfection. Let's just dismantle that immediately. Nobody has a perfect life. Write in the comment section, living is not perfection. Write the not in a capital letter so that first of all dismantle that mindset, that thing from your mind. There is no perfection anywhere. I said it, I always say it. There is no perfection anywhere. Living means that you have embraced your process and that you are making progress. Living means that you have embraced your process. Please take note of my words. I said living means you have embraced your process. So what is your process? Your process is not my process. So your destination is different from mine. It means that you understand this is where I'm going. And for me to get there, this is the process. This is what I need to do. Embrace it and then making progress on that your process. So it calls for an understanding of who you are, where you are going, and what it entails, and then to be able to make progress on that journey. Signs that you are living: curiosity. Somebody came to my office the other day. I can't remember the conversation we were having. I was telling she said something, and I asked her, I said, you didn't ask them? She said, no, she didn't ask them. I said, you must sustain the ability to ask questions. Ask questions, be curious. Just ask questions. Be curious. Be curious around about what's going on. Many times we just take everything and we just move. We're just drifting. So nothing. We don't question anything. We are not curious about anything. Sign of living is that you must develop curiosity. It was the coaching session that the group coaching program that we run in the advanced lounge. Curiosity, developing curiosity is a module. It's like a class, a master class in that program. You must become curious. It's sign that you are living. Let nothing just be passing over your head. You are not, you don't know, you don't care. You don't know, you don't care, nothing. You are just going. No, not anymore. Another sign that you are living is growth, that you are growing, that you can see yourself becoming different, becoming better, become having a better handle on whatever, on everything at all. So you can see yourself becoming different, becoming better. In the group coaching program that we have, I remember one of the participants telling me that, coach, I feel myself growing. I can see myself growing. Can you say that of yourself? Can you say that of yourself, that over the past 1 year that you are there, you can see yourself growing. You can see yourself on a journey. It is very, very important, and it's a sign of growth. Another sign is intentional choices, that you are intentional about the things that you are doing and that you have a meaningful contribution. What are you contributing? Because these are the signs that you are living and not just existing, that you are curious, that you are growing, that you are making intentional choices. I always say, as I always say, that on your journey of becoming a more valuable and more superior version of yourself, everything affects everything. Let's take developing self-discipline, for instance. It is the same self-discipline, myself. It is the same self-discipline that I need to do some exercise. It is the same discipline I need to be able to eat, be conscious of what I'm eating, like a diet. Is the same discipline I will use to sit down and read a book instead of going on social media. Is the same discipline, is the same discipline. So when you are becoming that, when you are growing, it's not a one-sided thing. That is why I say personal development. Somebody said self-education. I said personal development is the game changer. Take it to the bank. Personal development is the game changer. It is what will enable you to be curious, to be growing, to be intentional, and to have something meaningful. That's something meaningful that you are contributing. Remember, we said it. You are not manufacturing, it is inside of you. It is inside of you. So again, I ask you, are you living or are you just existing? Are you living or are you just existing? So now we're going to quickly, in the next few minutes, look at 4 pillars of living. And we're going to use something I call the life framework. The life framework. LIFE. We looked at the 5 E's of existing. Now we're going to be looking at the life framework that will show us how do we actually transit from existing to actually living. The first in that framework of L is that you must have direction. You must have direction. You must have a clear vision for where your life is going. Without direction, you continually react. Everything will be acting on you. Where we are now, everything acts on us. Oh, fuel is acting on me. This one is acting on me. My boss is acting on me. Everybody is acting on me. Where is your life going? So that you can have direction and not continue to react to everything around you. So again, do you have a clear vision for where your life is going? And we have a resource on our seller store. We'll drop the link to the seller store in the comments. We have a guide, to creating your personal vision, mission, and core values. I always say that many people think that vision and mission and core values are for organizations. No, for everyone. In fact, hey, I just thought of something. For everyone that is going, that has direction, for everyone that knows that they want their life to become a certain kind of way, you must have a vision. You must have a clear, you must have a clear vision. You must have it in mind that this is where I'm going to. Because without that vision, you don't have direction. And without that direction, you begin to react to everything. The next in that framework is I, which is intentionality. Intentionality. Living requires deliberate choices. You cannot be going anyhow, your jolly good way, and then things will be happening. No, 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 no. Living, instead of existing, we want to start living, right? You must be deliberate about your choices. You must be deliberate about you must be deliberate about your choices. And this is not, you must be deliberate. One thing recently this year, we started the we started the um sorry, excuse me, we started the 365 days gratitude challenge with Coach Tracy. Yeah, 365 days gratitude challenge with Coach Tracy. And this is just a deliberate choice that every day, this is a challenge that is free and open to everybody. But it was my own way of saying that this is something I'm going to be deliberate and intentional about. Even if it's one thing that I'll be deliberate and intentional about, that throughout the year 2026, every day I will find one thing that I'm grateful for, and I will share it as a video. And I'm inviting all of you to join me. We're talking about taking deliberate choices. It is a choice to be grateful, and it is a choice to be complaining. And it doesn't mean that when you are grateful that everything is perfect in your life. No, it means that even in spite of everything that is happening, you can be deliberate enough to find one thing to be grateful for. So join me in this 365 days gratitude challenge. Every day, just look out for my post and then just comment under the post, post your own gratitude, and let's have an engagement. It is just about us being grateful. And the reality is that the more grateful you are, the more you find things to be grateful for. And what I'm trying to bring out here is that it is an intentional and deliberate choice. And your whole growth experience, it will have to be an intentional and deliberate choice. You are the one that will decide that this thing is what I have to do. If you know that you need vision, you need direction, then you will say that it is a choice. I need to sit down, I need to come up with this. So get the guide. I think the guide is either 1,000 or 1,500. I can't remember. Is it 1,500 or 2,000? I can't remember. It is not expensive, but it is a resource that you need to sit down with and begin to draft out. Okay, this is my life. Where is my life going? Because the truth of the matter is that growth never happens accidentally. You must sit down and you must be deliberate. You must take deliberate action, because growth does not happen accidentally. You can have goals, and I think this is the missing link. Many of us have resolutions, many of us have goals. No, some of us have goals, but the problem is that we are never intentional to sit down and see things through. I want to lose 10 kg. I want to lose 10 kg. I must sit down and say, this 10 kg I want to lose, what do I need to do? And in the group coaching program that we have, this is one of the highlights, that you are able to sit down and you are able to break down, this is where I want my life to be. And then we're able to break it down to, what do I need to start doing for me to end up in that place? And then you start doing it, because growth never happens accidentally. Then for F, remember we are talking about life, we've spoken about L and I, we're looking at F now. F is for the framework, where people that want to succeed, it doesn't just happen. You have to intentionally build systems. You have to be intentionally, either you build it or you leverage systems. And that is why the advanced lounge exists. And if you have not joined us, why? Please join us on all our online platforms. We are on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on TikTok, right here on YouTube. Please press the subscription button, subscribe to the channel, so that whenever we have enriching content, you'll be notified. You must be intentional about either building, and building your own personal systems is not easy. So you must be intentional to either build or leverage systems that are already in place. And in the advanced lounge, it is clear we are not guessing what we are doing. We are very clear and we are very intentional about everything that we're doing. The focus is on you, is to be enable you to become that version of yourself that can do, can be, and have all that is God has created for you to be, to do, and to have. So join us on online platforms, on Facebook, on Instagram, TikTok, all. Please click the buttons and join us and be a part of a community. It is very, very important. It is the enemy's strategy to keep people in isolation. But God created us to be part of a community. So you must find community, the community that serves your purpose, and plug in. I can assure you that every day, and even in this class, I've mentioned, what I posted 2 days ago. Every day we are learning. We are very, very intentional about it. We understand where we are going, and we understand where you want to be. And so everything that we are doing is to ensure that you become that better, that more superior and more valuable version of yourself. Please join us in our communities, and you'll be glad that you did. Okay, so understand that you have to build systems or leverage systems, because you need to, your habits, your learning, your reflection, you need to leverage systems to be able to become that version of yourself. The last in that framework is your environment. I've spoken about environment before. Environment featured as one of the E's of existing, but it also features here because your environment, you must make it to support your growth. For you to move from existing to living, is that your environment, and you are in charge. You are the one that will determine. You are the one that will curate, curate. You will create and you will curate the environment that consistently supports your growth. No one, and you can take it to the bank, no one grows consistently in isolation. It cannot happen. So, but when you have curated your environment to support your growth, when you have decided, okay, this is where I want to be, this is where I want to go, and this is the community, this is the system I need to take advantage of for me to end up where I want to be, then you are able to have the accountability, you're able to have the support that enables you to arrive at the destination that you desire without fail. No one grows consistently in isolation. That thing we keep saying, I can do it on my own, yes, I can just, it doesn't work. Believe me, I've tried. I always say that if there was another way, if there was another way, I would have found it. Me, I don't like hard life. I'm telling you. That's why I was stuck in comfort for so long. If there was another way, believe me, I would have found it and I would have shown you. There is no other way for you to be successful, to have sustained and sustainable success, than to embrace personal development. You must embrace personal development, and this is why we are here. So we have looked at, you must have direction. For you to move from existing to living, is that you must have a clear vision of where you are going, and you must be intentional. If you are not intentional, growth never happens accidentally. Then you must have the framework, the system that you are leveraging to be able to move and be on that journey, and be on that journey of growth for a long time. And then you must curate and create the environment. But people will struggle with this transition, because living, we are nobody actually taught us, but existing is normal. There's no struggling in that. Existing is normal. It's easy now. You just wake up, you just bath, you just go, nothing extra. Nobody, we just learned how to exist. But you see, living is is a different ball game, and people struggle with it because living requires courage. Living requires discipline. You don't you forever you forever let go of your ability to do things anyhow. There is no anyhowness again. No. Living requires discipline, it requires structure, it requires accountability. When many people will try to do it on their own, that is why they fail. So the role of community on your journey to living cannot be overemphasized. Growth accelerates when you surround yourself with the people who are committed to the same journey as you are. And this is why in the advanced lounge, one of our core values is community. We are very big on community because we understand that you can't do it alone. Your environment matters. I've already invited you to join us. The links, we've shared them in the comments. Please join us on our communities, and the communities are free. So you can as well help share the links with your friends, with your colleagues, with your loved ones. Let them join, because you see, we must, not only you, everyone around you, we must move in our minds first, but then in everything that we do, we must move from existing to living. And we'll do that by giving ourselves the gift of clarity. Where are you going? By giving ourselves the gift of accountability, giving ourselves the gift of structure, and giving ourselves the gift of a growth community. It is very, very key. It is very, very key. So take advantage. We have said so many things tonight, and I hope that you have heard and held on to one thing, that if not anything, tell yourself that, and make up your mind, tell yourself and make a commitment to yourself that I will move. In fact, I have moved. Please let me write in the comment section. I have moved from existing to living. And we have said so. I hope you took notes. I hope about, of course, the links to the replay will be right here. You can always come back and go over these things again. It is important that we begin to move. Remember what we're talking about tonight. Are you living or are you existing? Are you living or are you existing? The difference between living and exist, that is what determines your life. So are you living or you are existing? And after going through this 1 hour or so of this class, you must make up your mind that existing is not for me anymore. As for me and my household, we must move. We must move from just existing to actually living. This is very, 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 very key. Thank you so much for being a part of this weekly live webinar tonight. I feel like I should just keep going and going and going, but my commitment to you is not to keep you later than 1 hour. I know it's a Thursday evening, so 1 hour and we are done, because tomorrow again you have to go, to work. But I hope that I've had so much fun sharing with you, and I hope that the past 1 hour has been an absolute time well spent. I believe deeply that it has been. And I want to leave you tonight with a final reflection. Ask yourself, please ask yourself, even after now, sit down and ask yourself, am I living intentionally or am I simply existing? Am I living intentionally or am I simply existing? I'm just all about the comfort. Am I living intentionally or am I simply existing, just comfortably? There is a higher call, and I hope you get to answer it tonight. There is a call for you to come up higher. You have done the normal, the every day, and there's nothing there. You need to come up higher, where you are able to live an extraordinary life. Is it going to be a walk in the park? No. But with your commitment, giving yourself, this is where I want my life to be about an impact, about contribution, about me giving something to my world, about me, even after I'm gone, there is a legacy that I've left behind. I hope I'm speaking your mind as I'm speaking tonight. Then you need to come up higher. Stop drifting. The ship that is drifting will arrive at a destination, any destination. But it is my hope and desire for you that you arrive at the exact destination that you always wanted, but there is work to be done. So if you feel if this speaks to you, I want to invite you that we can have this conversation. We can begin to deepen these conversations. Let's do a one-on-one session. You can reach out to the number. The admin number will be in the comments as well. You can reach out to the admin number, and then we'll book a session, and then we'll begin to, what we do is to begin to create a roadmap. Remember, I said that your process, you must own your process. There is a process for you that will lead you to your destination. So let's book a one-on-one session. let's have a conversation, and then let's begin to create that particular roadmap that will lead you exactly to where you want to be. I look forward to having that chat with you. I look forward to seeing you in our communities online, and I look forward to seeing you next week Thursday at 8 p.m. when we'll have the next edition of the Advanced Land Weekly Live webinar. And if you know that you want guidance on building a life that is intentional, that is meaningful, and that is aligned with your growth, then let's do this. Let's have a chat. Let's do this together, and let's begin to create that roadmap, that blueprint that will lead you to exactly where you want to be. Remember that time will pass, whether you are living or you're existing, time will keep going. I mean, 2025 just ended, we're in 2026, and the first quarter is about to go. Time will keep passing, whether you're living or existing. The real question is, what will remain after all this time? What will remain? What of my life will remain after all this time has passed? Thank you so much, everyone, for being a part of this session. I'm grateful that you were here till the very end. Thank you so much. I see all of you in the comment section. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Coach Roshi. Says that. Thank you, Coach Tracy. This was an eye-opening session. Thank you so much, ma'am, for being here. God bless you. Thank you. I see you. Gloria says, stop drifting. Oh, thank you, everybody, for your comments. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you so much for being here. Please remember to join us in all our online communities, and of course, next week Thursday we'll be here live and direct for the another edition of the Advanced Land Weekly Live webinar. So see you next week. See you in our online communities, and please remember that you can be more. Good night, everyone.